Hey everybody, Rich Gasaway here, and I am really excited because last week, the Situational Awareness Matters Online Academy opened its doors to more than 500 students from around the United States and 5 other countries. Developing the Academy was a very long process. It took me 2 years, in fact. I wanted to make sure the Academy included everything that a first responder needs to know. There are 14 courses that cover situational awareness and high-risk decision-making from A to Z and everything in between. Nothing has been held back. Also, I made sure the Academy was priced affordably so that no department or individual firefighter would be left out. The larger the group that enrolls, the lower the price goes, all the way down to $49 a member. $49 a member for 22 hours of powerful, life-saving lessons that I can guarantee you are not being taught in firefighting or officer development curriculums. How can I be so sure? The students tell me it all the time. If you want to learn more about the Academy, the courses, the pricing, or how to sign up, visit samatters.com and click on the green box on the right side of the homepage labeled Online Academy. Okay, as I said last week, I'm going to do a giveaway. I want to give away some free premium Academy enrollments. And I've given a lot of thought about how I can do this fairly. So here's what I came up with. If you're interested, pause the podcast right now and get a pen and paper so that you can write this down. To be eligible to win, you have to do 3 things. First, go to iTunes or Stitcher Radio and give this show a review. Second, post something on your Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn account about the Academy. Don't know how to leave a review about a podcast? Don't know what you would say on social media? No worries. I've got you covered. Just go to samatters.com/friends, and I have laid it all out there for you. How to leave a review, and even gave you some samples of scripts that you could say on your Twitter feed or your Facebook or your LinkedIn. Feel free to make your own message up if you want. Just keep it focused on the Academy and include the link and be nice. The final thing you need to do is to send me an email at onlineacademy@richgasaway.com. onlineacademy@richgasaway.com. Spelling my last name G-A-S as in Sam, A-W-A-Y. onlineacademy@richgasaway.com. Send me an email with a screenshot of your message or a link to where you've posted the message. Those emails will then be printed and put into a drawing for 10 premium enrollments, valued at $147 each. That's right, I'm so excited about launching this Academy that I'm going to give away nearly $1,500 in enrollments for free. Now, because everyone doesn't necessarily listen to this podcast on its release date, which, by the way, is always Tuesday, I will let this giveaway process run through next Sunday. In case you're listening to this in the future, that's February 5th, 2017. Then on Monday morning, I'm going to randomly select the 10 winners out of the emails that I got. I'm going to print them, fold them, stick them in a box, and draw 10 out. Everyone who enters will receive a free demo course. So even if you're not one of the 10 that get the premium enrollment, you're still going to get a free demo course, which is the first hour of the Academy. So if you want to see what it's about, you'll get the first hour of it. This course is also the first hour of my live Situational Awareness, the Stealth Killer of First Responders course. So everyone who helps me out is going to get a gift. That's it. Thank you for helping me spread the word about this amazing academy and for supporting the SA Matters mission. Today's episode is sponsored by Midwest Fire. For more than 20 years, Midwest Fire has been manufacturing high-quality tankers, tanker pumpers, and fire rescue vehicles in the United States and Canada. Keeping firefighters safe while enhancing their capabilities is what they do best. To learn more, go to MidwestFire.com. Hello, and welcome to episode 145 of the Situational Awareness Matters radio show. I'm your host, Rich Gasaway. The purpose of this show is to improve situational awareness and decision-making for individuals and teams who work in high-risk, high-consequence environments. The SA Matters mission is simple: to help you see the bad things coming in time to avoid bad outcomes. One of the questions I get asked a lot by readers and listeners is, when are you going to be in my area? I want to attend a program. Or where are you going to be next? It's really easy to find this out. There's a link to my upcoming event schedule right on the SA Matters homepage. Just click on the blue box on the right side of the homepage labeled Upcoming Events Schedule. If you're interested in hosting a situational stop in 2017 for your department or association or region, just contact me through the SA Matters website. Click on the Contact Us tab, and we'll get something set up for you. Don't wait. I'm actively booking the 2017 programs now, and actually some into 2018. To swing by the website, click the Contact Us tab. If you want to save some money, here's a tip on how you can host a program at a reduced cost. I schedule many what I call companion programs. These are programs on adjoining days to other programs. So if you see I'm going to be delivering a program within a few hours of your department, and you think you might want to tag along as a companion, contact me. You can save as much as 20% off the program cost by being a companion to an existing program. I do about 30 of these companion programs each year. No one ever complains about saving money on the travel costs. That's what I call a win-win situation. Okay, in today's feature segment, I'm going to talk about task saturation. I'm going to get right into the feature segment now, but when I'm done, stick around because I'm going to announce where you can attend an upcoming Situational Awareness Matters Tour Stop event. But let's jump right into our feature segment now on task saturation. There's no doubt that in dynamically changing, high-risk, high-consequence environments, someone could be called upon to perform many varied tasks, some at the same time. When staffing levels are low, the likelihood of this situation can increase significantly. The problem this creates is the brain does not perform well when task saturated, especially in stressful situations. Saturation results when the brain takes in the maximum amount of stimulation that it can handle. It's working at full capacity, yet more and more information is still coming in. When the brain gets completely saturated with task demands, it simply cannot process any more information. Think of it this way. Think of the ground during a major rainstorm. When the rain is light or moderate, the ground is able to soak up and the water gets into the soil. When task demands are low or moderate, the brain is able to soak up the information and it gets into the neurons. However, if it keeps raining and raining and raining, and the flow of water becomes greater than the soil can absorb, the ground becomes water saturated, and no more rain gets into the ground. Instead, the water runs off the land and can cause destructive flooding. The same is true for task saturation. When information keeps coming into the brain, and coming, and coming, and coming, the flow of information can become greater than the brain can absorb. The brain becomes task saturated, and no more information gets in. Prioritizing. I spend a considerable amount of time explaining task saturation and its consequences during my situational awareness programs because people are under the false belief that they can handle the load, or when the load becomes too great, they can simply prioritize the information and keep the most important information at forefront in their mind and let the least important information flow out of their brain. Unfortunately, this isn't how the brain works under stress. When you are barraged with information, your brain will decide what information it wants to keep and what information it wants to let go, completely outside of your conscious control. Just like you cannot will the ground to keep certain droplets of water and to let go of others, you cannot compel your brain to keep certain information and to let go of other information at will. Because this forgetting happens without your conscious control, what you forget can be some of the most important things that you wished you would have remembered. This lesson, unfortunately, usually comes after the fact. So what sticks? If your brain is not good at remembering volumes of information when it becomes saturated, and it chooses, outside of conscious awareness, to keep some information and to shed other information, what information sticks in memory? Research suggests there are two characteristics of information that improves the likelihood of it being remembered, or sticking in memory. First is the familiarity with the information. If you're familiar with the information because of past experience or past training, it is more likely to stick or be remembered. The second is emotional triggers. If the information triggers an emotional response, it's more likely to stick or be remembered. The situational awareness impact. Your situational awareness begins with your ability to capture information. Sometimes I call that clues and cues in your environment. This is the foundation of situational awareness. Then, the information must be comprehended or understood. If you're taking information in and not understanding what it means, you do not have situational awareness. When you are task saturated, your ability to capture information and your ability to understand the meaning of what you captured are both impacted. Here are 5 potential solutions to help you with the challenge of being task saturated. First, and perhaps the most obvious, is to avoid putting yourself in a situation where your brain will become task saturated. This can be easier said than done because sometimes the situations that lead to task saturation are unexpected and unpredictable. However, this is not always the case. There are people who routinely work in task-saturated environments and suffer the ill effects and continue to expose themselves to the dangers of having their situational awareness impacted by doing it over and over again. Their lack of consequences gives them a false sense of confidence that they are good at multitasking, which is completely a myth. Second, you can anticipate environments where task saturation will occur. Arrange to have someone or several someones to help you manage the information. If the rain falls over a large geographic landscape, there's more ground to soak it up. If the information is shared over several brains, there's more neurons to process it. The trick here is to assign specific tasks to each person so everyone doesn't become task saturated by trying to process all the same information. This defeats the purpose of getting help to manage the information. Third, and it seems so simple, write things down. So many people are ill-equipped to write things down, meaning they have no immediate access to pen and paper, or they're so overwhelmed in the moment that they forget to write things down. Writing things down is like taking a bucket and scooping up the most important water before it runs off the land. The bucket allows you to capture and hold the most important water. The notepad allows you to capture and hold the most important information. That way, when you start getting task saturated and forgetting information, you can refer to your notes. Fourth, use checklists. A checklist contains memory prompts of the things you're supposed to do or not do when faced with a situation. The greater the stress and potential consequences of your action, the more time compressed your decision environment, the more likely you are not to remember all the things that you're supposed to do. The checklist helps you to remember in the heat of the moment. Fifth, create acronyms to use as memory prompts for critical tasks. For example, when assessing a patient, a first responder is taught ABCs, which stands for airway, breathing, and circulation. We live in a society that is replete with acronyms. UPS, ATM, MBA, BOGO, IRS, AKA, ASAP, TLC. And then, of course, there's LOL, ROTF, BRB, BFF, TTYL, OMG, I'm just SMH. You get the idea. Acronyms stick. Discuss a time when you were task saturated and what the consequences were to your situational awareness. Discuss the strategies that you can use to keep yourself from becoming task saturated. Discuss how you can help coworkers from becoming task saturated. If you've experienced or witnessed a near miss and would like to have a platform to share your lessons learned with others, please contact me by visiting the samatters.com website and clicking on the Contact Us link on the top of the homepage. Think about it for a moment. The lessons learned from your near-miss events could save the life of another first responder. That's powerful. If you want to share your experience, contact me. Okay, as I always do, I want to take a moment to thank the departments and organizations that have hosted some of our recent Situational Awareness Matters Tour Stop events. I do this to show my appreciation to those organizations that have put forth the effort to advertise and fund great experiences for their members and others in their region. Your effort to bring this valuable and powerful training on situational awareness and high-risk decision-making to your members and others in the region is greatly appreciated. Recent tour stops included the Singerly Fire Company in Maryland, the Red Hill Fire Company in Pennsylvania, and 2 times for the Ramsey Fire Department in Minnesota, where we weren't doing situational awareness, we were doing leadership. We did sessions on developing their new fire department mission and establishing their fire department core values. It was an excellent 2-evening event. Upcoming SA Matters tour stops include February 1 for the St. Paul Fire Department in Minnesota, February 3 and 4, the Racine County Fire Chiefs Association in Wisconsin, February 7th, the Texas Fire Educators Conference in Corpus Christi, February 9th, the Kansas Incident Management Team Conference in Salina, Kansas, February 13th, the Morris Fire Department in Minnesota, February 15th and 16th, the Portsmouth Naval Yard in Kittery, Maine. What they do there is they support the overhaul of the U.S. submarines, and I'm doing some situational awareness consulting for them. February 23rd, the Clovis Fire Department in California, and March 3rd, the Lynchburg Fire Department in Virginia. If you're interested in seeing all the locations for upcoming Situational Awareness Matters tour stops, head over to the SA Matters website and click on the blue box on the right side of the homepage labeled Upcoming Events Schedule. The schedule is always changing, so check back often. While delivering programs in southwest Minnesota earlier this year, I had the opportunity to stop by and visit my awesome, amazing sponsor, Midwest Fire. They make all poly bodies on fire apparatus, and it's changing the industry. If you haven't checked them out, you need to check them out. MidwestFire.com. Anyhow, I got a chance to sit down and talk to a few of their employees about what separates Midwest Fire from their competitors. Here I got to ask account executive Dalton Lingbeck about the all-poly design of Midwest fire trucks. Let's listen in. Okay, Dalton, I see in the advertisements that one of the things that differentiates Midwest Fire from their competitors is this all-poly design. So what does that mean, all poly? Yeah, describe that for me.
Yeah, well, poly is actually pretty common in the industry. Poly tanks are seen inside bodies all over. Manufacturers do them all the time. They've started around the 80s, I believe. But all poly means that our tank and body is all poly integrated. It's one big superstructure. You're not sliding a tank inside of a body. You're not sliding a tank anywhere. It's actually one big built body that we do, and it's made of 3/4 inch copolymer. It's extremely durable, and it's industrial grade, and it's the kind of poly you can beat the crap out of.
Okay, well, I'm a little bit of a skeptic there, because you say that poly is durable, and I own a lot of things that are plastic. In fact, I was just at home last week, and we had this appliance that had plastic parts on it, and I accidentally dropped it on the floor, and it didn't shatter, but it just cracked so easy, and I only dropped it, a couple of feet. So I'm a skeptic. When you say poly is durable, I think of poly or plastic as something that isn't durable, that's going to crack easy or dent easy. So you got to convince me on this one.
Well, yeah, trusted shoes definitely come up with poly. But let me grab down here something really quick. As you can probably see on the screen right now, this is a piece of poly that we use. It is the same type of material, the same thickness. It's 3/4 inch. And what you might notice on here is it has bullet holes. So basically, if you trust a bulletproof vest to take bullet holes, when they first tested it, they wanted to shoot holes through it and see if it worked. And you couldn't shoot holes through it. So what do? We did the same exact thing. We wanted to shoot holes in the theory that poly wasn't durable and poly wasn't reliable. And we tried to shoot holes through it, but as you can see right here, the bullets actually could not go through. And there's actually a bullet stuck in the bottom of this one because it wouldn't get all the way through. Now, truth be told, there was one weapon that did go through this piece of poly, and it was a 30-06 high caliber rifle. It did go through, but that's a 30-06 high caliber rifle.
So it was a 45 caliber on the other side?
Yep.
And so what I'm looking at is essentially there's marks on the poly where the bullets hit, but as you show me the backside, it didn't go all the way through.
No, yeah, and the backside doesn't even have any dents on the backside.
Huh.
Actually, when we were doing this test video, one of the bullets, I think it was on the 380, actually bounced off back towards the person that shot the piece of poly. So no, the bullets did not go through. They actually either stuck in there or they bounced off. Okay. That's how strong this stuff actually is.
All right, so there you have it, right from the horse's mouth, shooting holes, literally, in the concept that poly is not a durable product on which to build a fire truck. So if you're interested in learning more, check them out at MidwestFire.com. Thank you, Midwest Fire President Sarah Atchison, and all your staff for your awesome commitment to improving first responder safety. I sincerely appreciate your support of my mission. If you want to send me some feedback, I'd love to hear from you. Just visit SAMatters.com website, click the Contact Us tab, and shoot me a message. Or you can contact me through Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. If you're not a member of the SA Matters community of learners, please consider joining. You can click on the red tab on the right side of the homepage. It says free membership, and I'll send you a special report called 25 Best Practices for Improving First Responder Safety. You can also get connected with me on Twitter, at Rich Gasaway on Twitter. On LinkedIn, you can search for Rich Gasaway. If you want to watch my videos, you can go to my YouTube channel, SA Matters TV, and I just recently uploaded a few new ones there. On Facebook, you can go to facebook.com/SA Matters and join the Facebook page for SA Matters. Why so many platforms? The blog, the podcast, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Online Academy, live events, books, videos. Because I know not every first responder consumes their content the same way on the same platform. And I'm trying to reach you on whatever platform you best desire to use. Well, that's it. Episode 145 is complete. Thank you to our podcast sponsor, Midwest Fire. Thank you to all of our live event hosts. Thank you to our more than 500 online Academy students. And thank you, our listeners, for sharing some of your valuable time with me today. I really appreciate your support of the SA Matters mission. Remember to enter the drawing for the free giveaway for 10 premium enrollments to the SA Matters Online Academy. Be safe out there, and may the peace of the Lord and strong situational awareness be with you always.
You've been listening to the Situational Awareness Matters radio show with Dr. Richard B. Gasaway. If you are interested in learning more about situational awareness, human factors, and decision-making under stress, visit samatters.com. If you are interested in booking Dr. Gasaway for an upcoming event, visit his personal website at richgasaway.com.